Happy Thursday, everybody. We are doing total body. All we need today is a kettlebell, but let's go ahead and start warming up. We're gonna go ahead and just get a good stretch out. Stand tall, reach your hands way up overhead, reach up, take a deep breath, keep stretching out. And now we are gonna cross our one leg over and then go for an iso hold stretch in the hamstring. So go ahead and cross your feet and then reach on down. This is slow, exhale and hold. You guys can actually even bounce a little bit. Remember, we don't always wanna hold these stretches super long in the beginning. We wanna make them more about dynamic so you can balance and shift around. When you're ready to come on back up, stretch overhead again and then cross the feet the opposite way to get the other leg. The back leg is the one you are stretching, by the way. That iso is in the back leg. When you guys are done going cross back and forth, we're gonna go into a super wide stance. Bring the knees out with the ankles, point everything out, and then we're gonna go ahead and fold ourselves over and do like another hamstring stretch, so it's gonna be like a deadlift. Push your hips up high in the air and back behind you. After you guys are holding that stretch for a little bit, stay there, but now you're gonna try to actually keep your body down and then shift your butt down too, so it's more of a squat hold. So as you guys push your body down, take your elbows and push your knees out wide as well. Deep breath, hang out there for a little bit. As you guys do that, you're gonna just kind of plump down. You can sit your butt right on down and fall over. We're gonna go into the rollover series. Right, left, center. Go ahead and start to momentum, move up and down, breathe out, shoot forward. Sorry. All right. Keep going through that a few more times. Right, left, and center. Don't forget to tuck the opposite knee and reach up and reach forward, keeping the toes pointed forward the whole time. After you guys get a few more of those, we're gonna go into a hip lift. So go ahead and plant those feet nice and strong and down, knees wide, and start to lift yourself up off the ground. Don't worry about how many reps you get. Don't worry about doing 10. Just do some good stretches there. Plant the feet. Let's go ahead and do our hip thrusts. Really pin the shoulder blades down and stretch out by pushing your hips as high as you can. Your quads should be stretching out. Right now, you'll see Coach Amanda's got her feet flat, which is great. It's really close to her body. After a few more reps, all we're gonna do is we're gonna bring the feet out a little bit further. You can point the toes up and do it again. This is a little bit more hamstring activation. So instead of stretching the hamstrings, we are turning them on. Get a few more here. All right, as you finish that up, we're gonna roll over onto all fours and do a thread the needle. So go ahead and go on all fours. You can start to bend one elbow. You wanna drop your shoulder, elbow, and wrist all down to the ground. Your ear can even touch the ground. Breathe out on the way up. When you rotate, we got 5 each side, guys. Don't rush this. It's okay to take your time. When you are done those 5, all we gotta do is switch arms with that rotation. Thread the needle through that pocket, let the shoulder, elbow, and wrist all hit the ground. Your vision follows, and reach up while you're breathing out, trying to look up at the ceiling each time. As you guys finish both sides, we're gonna go into some fire hydrants. These are gonna be alternating fire hydrants. So you're gonna swing right, swing left, swing right, swing left. Keep the hips stabilized, keep your arms really under control, and we're just swaying back and forth. And we're not gonna go bird dog next. We're gonna keep the hands down, but we're gonna go into a reverse leg extension. So go ahead and kick one leg straight back behind you, and you're just gonna raise that leg up and down, trying to iso that one glute that we're keeping on, and the hips stay level. Let's do that for a few more reps. Keep breathing. Pause at the top a little bit. Go ahead and switch sides when you're ready. All right, as you guys finish that last one, go ahead and push your head back through your arms and then start to reach your arms back right and left. You can give yourself a good stretch one side to the other one. Feel free to do a couple rounds. You don't need to hold it too long. Whatever gives your lats a good stretch here. As you guys finish this up, again, we're only doing a couple rounds. As you guys finish this up, we're gonna lay down on our chest for a release push-up. So we're gonna start down. You wanna drive your elbows off the ground, drive your hands off the ground, and then press your body up. The idea is you are activating all the back muscles when you do the lift with the arms, and then you're pressing through your chest on the way up. Remember, the hips move with your upper body. Your whole body is like a plank to get yourselves up. Get a few more reps of those in. Make sure those elbows are not flaring out, but they're going back towards your hips. And then as you guys finish that last one up, go ahead and stand up for me. We're gonna get going a little bit faster now. The warm-up's gonna start with some gate swing. So go ahead and start to flare yourself out. Guys, the gate swing is gonna resemble that wide sumo stance. You can go ahead and start, but remember, this is supposed to be a wide one. The feet point out and the knees have to point out with it. Get yourself comfortable in that low position. Keep bouncing up and down. As we do a few more of these, we're gonna slow the next part down. We are introducing the curtsy lunge. We've done these in the past, but it's been a while. So we're gonna do this in the warm-up, but stick to one side first. Go ahead and start to slowly drive yourself over. By the way, my morning Zoom ladies, I think all of you were fixing your hair at the same exact time, including Amanda, so that was fun. Go ahead and start those curtsy lunges. So you're gonna bring that one back leg, it swings behind and comes across. So that one leg swoops behind the lunge leg. You're gonna get a little more of an outside glute stretch there. That's what you're looking for. After you guys get a few more reps here, we're gonna go into shoulder movements. So palms facing down. Let's start with a little small circle with the arms. Try to actually flex your hand and act like you're gripping onto something. That's gonna help put your elbow in a good position. We don't wanna be here with the arm. You wanna act like you're grabbing onto something. That little, think of it like you're grabbing a kettlebell. As you finish those ones, start to open up a little bit bigger and then switch sides. All right. So a few more reps, switch your sides. You can even do, back and forth hugs to yourself if you need to, but we're gonna actually get rolling pretty soon. Starting off the day, today is total body. We're definitely gonna focus more on the lower body. So if you do have two weights, you wanna use a heavier one for the lower body, then go ahead and switch over to a lighter one if you need to. This first part I'm gonna demonstrate, it's a sumo deadlift into a single arm row. The single arm row, I do not want you guys to turn off your lower body. You're still holding that position, your legs are still working. That means that we're gonna be doing the entire round, your legs are turned on. So for that sumo deadlift, start with those feet super wide. You want them pointed out away from your body and make sure the knees are tracking out too. The thing that's different, this is a squat. If I go straight down, that's the squat. The deadlift, remember, you're still folding over in half, keeping the back flat. You wanna get your body to be like a tabletop with a really wide base. So we're gonna go sumo squat, slow pace. Guys, 30 seconds on. You're trying to only get 10, maybe 12 reps. That means it might take 3 seconds to get yourself to load down. We're gonna go slow off Amanda's, she's gonna be kind of going over the tempo. It's gonna take you 2 to 3 seconds to tap the bell on the ground and then come up fast and strong. What we gotta work on is keeping the lats turned on. You want the shoulder blades pulled back, and then you are making it as hard as you can to touch the ground. When you come up fast. And then we're gonna switch to single arm rows, 15 seconds each side. That'll be a full minute of time on. So let's go ahead and set yourselves up for that stance. Bring your feet wider, probably like a few inches wider than you even imagine. And then make sure that bell is between your heels, not between your toes. So it should be really underneath yourself. Before we start, go ahead and bend yourself over into that deadlift position. Grab onto the bell, create tension before you pick up. So everyone go ahead and hold that spot. Get your back flat. When I say go, we're gonna come up strong and then we kind of follow our slow tempo down, all right? 3, 2, and stand up, go. Slow on the way down, tap and explode. It's a slow tempo. Breathe out on the way up. You guys count your reps. It's trying to get to 10 by the time we hit 30 seconds. We are just now at 15 seconds. Keep pushing those hips back and remember to re-engage your shoulders, ladies. Keep going. Nice job. 5 more seconds. Try to get 2 more. Excellent job. Now go ahead and put yourself back down. Wide stance. You can rest an elbow on the ground, on your knee if you need to. We're gonna go into that single arm row. 3, 2, and 1. Guys, turn your legs on, shift your weight back, and drive the elbow tight to your body. Your biceps should be rubbing against your shirt. Staying low, I'll let you know when we switch arms. And 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and switch your side. Breathe out on the way up. Guys, I'm telling you right now, flatten your back, turn your legs back on right now. Re-engage, fix it up. We are doing great. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. So that was our first round. For those of you who are on Zoom with me, if you want to tilt your cameras slightly lower, I can help kind of cue some better form. I know this is going to happen on the bent rows. We're coming forward and we're starting to just lean. We have to think about all the muscles in the back to keep this rounding from happening. Re-engage. Think like someone's throwing an ice cube down your back, and you get that quick little extension going on. So think about getting a little lower with the hips pushing back and then flexing your back a little bit more. Just kind of cues for everybody. Even if you have perfect form, me saying that might turn on a little bit more like activation in the back to turn on those muscles. Anyway, that was set 1. We are gonna go right back in it again. Focus more on keeping the knees vertical. Your ankle to your knee is straight up. The upper leg, the hips are what go back. Your thighs are what kind of go on an angle on the deadlift. Let's go ahead and grab onto our weights between the heels. Start on the ground and get that extension, get that tension going on. So you want to already feel like you're putting the weight on your body. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Stand tall each time, then control the way down. Feel that stretch the whole way down, and remember, keeping that chin tucked as you drop will help push the hips back. Keep them shoulders locked into place. We are 15 seconds in. Slow on the way down, stand all the way up on the way up. Don't lean over the weight. You want to come tall each time. We are looking great. Keep planting those feet in. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and go back to the bent over row. Get your body nice and low down, arm tucked in. Let's scoop the shoulder blade into place. Ready, set, go. Breathe out and drive up. I will call someone out. Nancy, your form looks a lot better right now. It's way flat of her back. It's great. Becky, I love that you have your hand on your quad. If you even put your elbow, if you get lower, your elbow goes down, it gets you even lower. Perfect. And switch. That was perfect 15, all right? It was a coach's 15. Keep going, ladies. Come on. And gentlemen who might be following us on YouTube later, keep it up. We got 5 more seconds. Breathe out, dig in. 3, 2, 1. Excellent job. Hey, if you're someone that's really feeling it in the rows at the end, maybe go slower, get less reps, and just perfect the few reps that you do get. So we are gonna go into even more detail on that sumo squat. My cue for this time is a corkscrew. When you guys are down there, you want your feet to act like corkscrews. So when you're down, as you're lifting, you're gonna feel like you're grabbing the ground, but you're also twisting it apart. Don't just do that with your foot. That whole entire leg and follows that corkscrew motion. So as you do it, your foot muscles turn on, the ankles help pronate, and then your knee tracks with the foot. But think of it as you're lifting up, you're twisting, you're corkscrewing your legs into the ground. Better tension, better muscle activation, and it's a good lift. If you guys are feeling this in your backs, don't worry about hitting the bell to the ground. Keep it in a small range of motion that you guys can confidently get through, all right? Time off. I had a lot of coffee today. I think I can talk the entire 40 minutes, don't worry. Here we go. We're starting set 3. 3, 2, and 1. Stand tall, and then remember that twisting action. Grip the ground, pull those feet nice and wide. Keep your hips high on that fold over. Keeping that chin tucked, stand all the way up each time, guys. We're digging in, halfway there. Turn on your arms too. The triceps are locked in. Your lats are keeping your shoulder blades down. Breathing out on the way up. 5 more seconds. Let's get 2 more, guys. Come on. And time. Let's go into that first row. Get low. Sick your weight back into your hips. 3, 2, and 1. Not only are you rowing, but you guys are squeezing the bell with your hand. Grip strength. That activates more muscles in your forearm, and it helps with that row. Squeeze the crap out of your bell. Keep the elbow tight. Keep the chin tucked. We're just going to switch in 3, 2, and 1. Remember, stay low. Let's turn on those legs. Turn them on. Let's flatten the back. Extend the back. Feel like that ice cube's in there. Come on. 10 seconds. Get a good pump, get a good pace. 3, 2, 1. Excellent job. I don't think I have anything else to say, so we're gonna take some time off, take a deep breath. We got 1 more set. Good. All right, so that was a 15-second break so far. We're taking more time. Start to readjust your breathing. Start to think about your posture a little bit more. This is a weird one. We've been doing a lot of bilateral stuff right now. So before like last week, we did a lot of unilateral isos. We did some single leg work. When you guys are on both feet, there's a small chance that you're dominating the lift on your favorite leg. So let's think about the weaker side right now. While you're lifting, focus on your opposite. For me, I have a very dominant right leg. So when I'm doing my deadlifts and stuff, I have to make sure my left leg is turned on just as much. Think about the opposite leg on that stretch. Make sure you still feel the same amount of stretch on that side as you do when you do the deadlift. But let's go ahead and get started. It's been exactly a minute. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Corkscrew the knees and ankles. Twist them out. Feel both hamstrings turned on. Readjust your back. Keep everything flat. Push your hips back. Let's go, guys. Breathing out on the way up. Dig in. Keep those hamstrings turned on. Let's go. We are 20 seconds in. Let's get a few more reps. Get those shoulder blades back again. Squeeze the bell. We're gonna switch to rows in 3, 2, and 1. Those rows start right now. Go ahead and get in. Back stays flat. Keep the elbow close to your body. You do not want to do like a chicken wing flare like this. You want that thing to rub against your shirt almost. Pull the neck away from the shoulder and keep the arm tight. Switching sides in 2, 1, switch. All right, let's turn those legs back on. Get an inch lower, stick to that spot, keep your back flat. Let's go, guys. We're doing great. 5 more seconds to get 2 more. And time. All right. So we just got through our first part, and we're gonna kind of continue with that sumo position. So we just did sumo deadlifts. Now we're gonna jump into a sumo squat. So while you guys are recovering, getting some water, I'm gonna demonstrate the difference. You saw me do it earlier. When you guys are in that sumo deadlift position, my hips are flying back, 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 and it almost looks like a tabletop. But now, like we did in the warm-up, we're gonna be here. Be very careful of the knees going too far out with this one. So when you guys are out here, make sure you're still getting low enough. When you guys are at your bottom face, my legs are way out. You want your ankle and your knee to be vertical still. So if you see yourself on camera and you look like this, where my knees are way out further than my ankles, that means you're not wide enough of a stance. You gotta get them out far enough. This time the chest stays up and you guys are gonna let that bell tap the ground. So we have a sumo squat to start. Afterwards, it's a curl to overhead press. So at the end, when you guys are done, I'll show you from this angle, stand up tall. You guys are gonna curl first, press second, and down. There's 2 ways to do this. If you wanna make a pause happen, curl, press, or make it way more fluid and curl while you're pressing. It's your choice, whatever one feels more natural and more comfortable for you guys. In fact, you can alternate them. All right, same amount of time on and time off. Let's get rolling. So starting with that sumo squat, get low this time. We're gonna start in the bottom phase. So get that bell between the middle of your foot, get your butt down. If you see yourself on camera, make sure your knees and ankles are a straight line. So let's go ahead and hold the bottom part. All right, grab onto your bell, create tension in your upper body. Make sure your chest is sticking out, not caving in. 3, 2, and 1. Stand tall each time. You do not need to rush these. I like to go slow a little bit more, especially because this wider stance isn't something our legs are always used to, so you're gonna get a good stretch in your groin as well. Keep breathing out. Chin stays tucked, really working getting the feet out and the knees out while keeping your body upright. Looking good, guys. Feel your quads, turn them on. Make sure your front leg is doing all the work. We got 5 more seconds. As soon as you're done, grab a lighter bell if you have it, go the outside handles. 2 and 1. Curl to overhead press. Let's go ahead and get in it. Looking good. Perfect. All right, keep going, guys. We're halfway there with time. When you guys are going overhead, careful of what your shoulders are doing. We don't want to crunch them up, keep them down and away. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. All right, guys, that was our first round. We're gonna get going again soon, get some more time off. If anybody is having like a really hard time in that position and it's bothering your groin, just change the stance to a regular squat. But right now we are turning on to that muscle. We haven't really used too much of the sumo's position yet in the Zoom classes, so this might be new to you. Go slow, make sure you're getting the movement down before you crush your reps. We got 15 more seconds off. Quick little reminder before we get going, foot arch, keep it there. We want to flex the foot. Don't let the inside foot, don't let that little part of your foot cave in. We want to create that bridge. All right, here we go. Grab onto your bell at the bottom. Get low to start, create all that tension down low. 3, 2, and go. Pick up strong. Keeping the shoulder blades back, your chest up, and really working on controlling the weight down. It's okay to keep your chin tucked, guys. That's gonna kind of keep your body in a good position. We are halfway there with time. Breathing out on the way up. Keep controlling it. We're doing great, gang. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Let's grab your other weight. We're going from curls to presses. In 3, 2, and 1. Begin. I'm just in case. Give me all the bells. I hear some breathing going on back there. All right, guys, we are 10 seconds in. Keep yourself moving. Remember, your elbows need to be underneath your wrist for that press. You want to make sure everything's in place. Looking good. Megan, I like the underhand grip. It's a cool little change up. It probably feels good on the shoulder, too. Melanie, you had a halo over your head. If you step back to your right, 3, 2, and 1. There you go. Perfect lighting. All right, guys, second set done. Take a deep breath. We got 45 off.
Stop breathing.
I don't know. I was thinking, I'm going 44 later.
Turn the music up then.
I can't. YouTube will kick us off. Gotta start making my own music up.
Then let me breathe.
All right, guys, we got 20 more seconds off. We're gonna be starting our third set. You are on. I keep running. Hey, a good thing I like to do between sets, by the way, is a little leg kick. If you kind of just go into a bent leg first, and then you stretch it out and kick straight or shake around, it helps me get that lactic acid out or whatever else might be making you more fatigued. But let's go ahead and, what else can I make you guys do on camera? This is great. Next thing you want to do is pat your head and rub your belly at the same time. It helps also with breathing.
Back and back.
Yeah. Thank you for that. I needed that. All right, guys, here we go. We're in our third set. Let's go ahead and get those feet nice and wide. Let's start a lot of tension already. Make the bell part of your weight to start. 3, 2, and 1. Come up strong. Breathe out on the way up. Keeping the shoulder blades in place and keep them down away from the neck as we're looking for it. A little reminder about the foot. You want the inside of your foot arches not to collapse, so squeeze the feet down. There you go, Becky. Good fix. Guys, we got 10 seconds left. Get a few more reps. We're doing great. 5 seconds. 3, 2, come on, get that last one, and 1. All right, let's go back to that curl to press. Keep the shoulder blades down, keep your elbows at your side. 3, 2, and 1, let's go. Good pace here. Hey, I know it's a long movement, but we gotta try to control the breathing. Keep it consistent. Find what part of that curl press that you're gonna be breathing out with. If you can, you want it to be as you're going overhead. Good work, guys, come on. A few more seconds. Let's try to get a last few reps in. 5, 4, 3, 2, time. All right, 3 sets in, 1, 2, go. So we are 30 seconds into a recovery. Take a few more deep breaths, get those legs ready. Guys, we're gonna be changing everything up after this set, so you want to make sure you are fatiguing those muscles out. If you need to go really fast, you can go fast. Whatever you need to do to get this last set in at your best, we're gonna start ourselves up. So go ahead and grab your bell. Change your pace, do what helps you out. If your weight's light, either go slow and make it heavy or blast your reps, but keep good form. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. There's nothing else to fix. Keep corkscrewing the legs, keep the back flat. If you feel the tension in your lower back, think about how to change that. Slow it down probably. Keep going. Drive those knees out with a foot. Get a few more reps, guys. We're halfway there. Don't forget to stand tall. On the way up, you want to activate everything you can. Keep the core braced. Breathing out through your stomach. Really push the air out. Come on. 3, 2, 1. All right. Last time we're doing the curl to press. Shake the arms out. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Come on, guys. You can press your elbows into your side as you guys curl up. Turn those biceps on and press right up. Keep bracing the core. You guys got this. Few more reps. Push through. This is your last time doing this, guys. Go through that burn. Come on. Come on. Give yourself 5 more seconds. You can get 2 or 3 reps in that. 3, 2, 1, and done. Excellent job. That was our heavy hitters. Those 2 are done for the class. We're gonna move into some smaller movements. We saw this in the warm-up. We're gonna transfer into a curtsy lunge. Heck, if you're learning this, go body weight. Learn the movement before you get the actual weight down. But the curtsy lunge, you guys can hold the weight at your chin. If that gets too hard, I like to hold it on the outside arm. So if you guys are gonna do this with one bell, you can grab it here, keep it at your chin. I'm gonna go left leg first, and we're gonna alternate left to right. So I'm gonna swing my right leg back. As I stand up, I'm gonna plant and alternate back and forth, back and forth. I want that weight to drop right over my knee. I don't want to lean. I don't want to be here or here. You want to always anchor that weight right in line with your knee. Another way to do this, if you don't want to hold the bell high, I like to take the opposite arm and reach it towards the ground. It's just a different variation. It helps me go heavier, actually, instead of holding with my arms. Anyway, after you guys are done your alternating curtsy lunges, we're going to go into a Russian twist with the weight. So just take a seat like this. Your weight hits the ground. And you're gonna go from here and tap. Let the weight touch the ground to give you a little bit of tension off. We got 10 more minutes to get through this, guys. We're gonna go alternating and then Russian twists. So let's go ahead and get yourself set up. Grab onto your weights. And here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Remember to alternate, right to left, left to right, back and forth. Stay tall, keep breathing, and let that dumbbell or kettlebell track right over the knee. Back and forth, guys. Good pace. Low and control. Don't just drop down, control the way down. You're not just falling to step, you're loading it in each time. 3, 2, and take a seat. We got Russian twist. Your bell touches the ground each time. It gives you a little bit of time off of that tension. Go ahead and start. The feet can stay up, they can go down, it's up to you. Good pace. Strong back here. You can lean back, keep the shoulder blades down. Good.
I'm gonna switch to 18 next.
3, 2, 1, relax. Hey, remember for those Russian twists, it's about a little bit more rotation, so you guys don't need to go up overhead or anything. You're gonna pick it up here, be really tall with the shoulder blades, and then your whole body, your elbows, your chest, your shoulder, your head, everything rotates back and forth. Let's go ahead and stand back up. We are going right back into that curtsy lunge. Alternate, work on the control of the way down, and bracing that core. Here we go. 3. I go outside the foot, so I reach towards the pinky, and then I alternate. I like to grab the corner of the bells, kind of. It doesn't make you overlap your hands. All right, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. You want to keep your shoulders and your head all straight ahead. That ankle and knee are locked in straight, and the back leg is swinging behind. Keep a good rhythm here. Great pace, guys. 10 seconds. We're gonna take a seat and the clock's gonna continue to run. Let's go right into Russian twists in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and grab your bell, take a seat. Russian twists start right now. Let your vision, let your your shoulders and your chin, everything's following the kettlebell, back and forth. Stay upright, you can lean back a little bit. We're doing great, guys. 3, 2, and 1. All right, gang, we got one more set here before we move on to the next exercise. All right, a few more seconds off, take a deep breath. A few more deep breaths, guys. Let's grab onto your weight, readjust your posture, visualize yourself doing this at your best. That inside quad, this muscle right here, right inside that knee, that's what we're really focusing on right now. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Low and controlled. Remember the breathing out on the way up. Exhale when you stand up. Looking good, guys. This is great. Few more reps. Let's dig in for these last, we got 5 more seconds. Let's try to go over and back at least one more time. 3, 2, and time. Take a seat. We got our Russian twist again with the kettlebell. 3, 2, and 1. Your vision follows. Your shoulders kind of rotate. You are trying to keep your spine as long as you guys can. Embracing the core. Looking good. 5 seconds, guys. 2, and 1, and time. All right, not much recovery here. We are gonna go from our curtsy lunges, we're gonna target the last part of our legs. This is gonna be a squat still, but we're gonna hit the calves a little bit more. So we're gonna go cannonball squats. So we're gonna get the heels touching each other, the feet pointing out, the knees shoot out as you squat down into what we think looks like a cannonball. So this is gonna target a lot of the soleus and the calf behind us, as well as dominating with the quads. The weight can be underneath your chin. If you're just trying to learn this movement, go body weight. But from the cannonballs, we're gonna go into a tricep extension. You can use 2 bells behind your head like this. You can use 1 bell. You can grab the corners of a kettlebell. All right, this is gonna be our shortest round. We're gonna go 20 seconds on for each with a very quick transition. So it's gonna take a minute to get through a set, including the recovery time. 3, 2, and 1. Drive those knees out while your heels are almost touching. You can control the whole way down and the whole way up. Don't worry about how fast you're going. Keep your pace. Good movement, guys. I hope I get 1 cannonball out of you guys. Cannonball! And switch. We got our tricep extension overhead. You want those elbows to be nice and high. Clock starts in 3, 2, and 1. You guys can do a split stance like Amanda does. It kind of helps your lower back if that's an issue for you. Otherwise, stay tall. You want to make sure those triceps are pointing up towards the ceiling. It's a straight line up. A few more reps, gang. 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. Quick break. We're going to go back into the cannonball soon. You get a short recovery?
What?
Short recovery, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
I sweat like crazy.
Here we go. Cannonballs in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Make sure those heels are touching or almost very close to each other and the knees are firing out. Good pace, good pace. We are 15 seconds in. Let's get 5 more seconds. Try to do a very quick transition for those tricep extensions. And 2, 1, and switch. Tricep extension. Stay tall. Let's feel your rib cage and your lats and your core. Everything's bracing, turning on the upper part of your core. It's keeping your ribs down when you're trying to go into extension. Let's do it, guys. Come on. Feel your core crunch as you lift that weight back up. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. We're starting our third and final set very soon. When we're done this, guys, we're gonna go into our ISO core finisher. So as soon as we're done the set, lay down on the ground. We're gonna go into dead bug. So if you know what that is, you kind of preset your head to that. If not, we'll be talking about it and queuing you up right after this. Deep breath. Last set, best set. We're going into our cannonballs for the last time. 3, 2, 1. Control the way down, fire on up. So for my Zoom people, what we're gonna do, if this falls apart for you guys and you guys are cut out, I'm gonna just start this right back up. If you wanna just hit join session right again and type in my ID, you can join us for the finisher. If you guys need to call it, that's fine, but we're gonna be going in 40 minutes. Ready, and switch, tricep extensions. I'll say that one more time while we're doing these triceps. If the Zoom cuts out, just join the meeting again. I'm gonna continue this going so you guys can get our last part done. 10 more seconds, guys. Keep it up. Keep the triceps high. Keep reaching up. Lock it out. Lock it out. In 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Take a seat. We don't need any weights for this. We're going to go into a low laying down dead bug. We need your lower back, your entire back, to be pressing down. So brace the core, pull your belly in, and push your low back into the ground. A lot of bracing. Think like someone's dropping that kettlebell on your stomach. So we're gonna go ahead and go up so our knees and our feet are off the ground. To start, let's put your palms and press your palms into your knees. From here, the dead bug is opposite arm, opposite leg. So go ahead and take your right hand, press it into your left knee, and then reach the left arm up and the right leg back. So it's gonna be alternating. Press and hold. We're gonna ISO hold it. So stay there for a while. Keep pushing in. You are just staying in that one spot this whole time. Guys, push even harder. Drive your knee into your palm, push your palm down. Remember, push your low back down at the same time. We're gonna switch sides in 3, 2, and 1. Switch. Keep going, keep going. Press, 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 dig in. Make this as hard as you can. Keep the opposite leg. You'll see Coach Amanda's straight leg, get it lower to the ground. It should be hovering off the ground there. Dig in, there you go, Becky. Keep going, keep going. We're gonna switch sides in 3, 2, and 1. Get right back in it. Keep pushing. Nice job. Switching sides again in 3, 2, and 1. We're not done yet, Becky. That's right, you're hopping back in. I love it. Thank you. Sorry, Zoom just kicked out. My YouTubers, keep going. We're switching sides again in 2, 1, and switch. Keep pushing in. Let's get that one leg low. Another little detail, the ankles. You gotta flex them. Don't point them away from your body. Flex them. That turns the shin on, turns the calf on, locks your hip into place better. 3, 2, and 1. Keep going, Amanda. You got this. Reminder. Low back's gotta press into the ground. You're pulling your ribs down, you're pressing low. 3, 2, and 1. Switch again. You start on this side. Yeah, at least one more. We're doing one more.
Yeah, one more.
3, 2, and press again. Dig in. As we finish this up, we're gonna go into a stretch in 3, 2, and 1. For those of you in Zoom, if you guys missed a few rounds, go ahead and try to do another 2 sets of 15 seconds. For those of you who are stretching with us, we're gonna start in a laying down fetal position. We're gonna start with a knee drive to chest. So we'll go ahead and straighten out one leg, bring the opposite knee towards your chest. And then what I like to do is I like to pull my knee out away towards my shoulder more instead. That's just where my hip and groin lets my knee drive to. So kind of hold that spot. When you're ready to switch sides, you can. Deep breath. The next thing you can do is roll over to your side like we would do in a side plank, but we're gonna grab the ankle and stretch out the quad. So we're gonna go onto our side and go ahead and pull the top leg back. You can straighten out the lower leg if you want, and we're gonna go for that quad stretch. Reminder though, gotta flex the ankle and you gotta get the knee that you're stretching behind your other leg. So you have to pull that leg back, stay tall, actively get a good stretch on this one. We got Becky and Nancy back in this. That's great. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides. You can roll over to the opposite side or just rotate across like Amanda's doing and stretch the opposite leg out. For those of you who are sticking on Zoom and YouTube, we're gonna do a little bit more of a thorough stretch than we usually do with you guys, so get ready to actually get a good cool down out of this. The next thing we're gonna do is a calf into hamstring stretch. So you're gonna be laying down on your hands and your feet. You can cross your foot and lift your leg and lift your body off the ground. Pushing my heel back into the ground, you guys are gonna feel this in your calf. All I want you to do next is crawl your hands towards your foot more, and then you're gonna get that kind of a hamstring stretch going on there. It should be a lot easier for you to get the heel down, push your head through your arms, isolate that hamstring. When you're ready, if you need to take some more time, do it, but if you're ready to switch, go ahead and go back down again, cross the feet the opposite way, and go into that calf again, opposite calf. Nancy, it looks like you're glued to the ground. You all right? It's either she's frozen or her face is stuck onto the mat. When you're ready to switch and then go back into your hamstring, go ahead. When you guys are done that one, you can go ahead and sit down on your butt facing the camera. We're gonna cross the ankle. You can lean back a little bit. And then when you're ready to fall over, Amanda's grabbing her forward leg. You can grab the hamstring or the knee. If you're someone like me who's not the most flexible, I'm gonna grab this part of my hamstring. If you're more flexible, you can probably grab your shin or your knee to pull up. But that's up to you. When you're ready to switch, switch. This is the beginning of the stretch. We're gonna go into this is a little bit more of the outside hip, but we're gonna really fire away at the hip on the next stretch. Remember the cow face?
No.
I'll demonstrate it. Keep holding here. When you guys are done that one, we're gonna go into a butterfly, so you can bring yourselves back on up. Starting with the butterfly, you can grab onto both feet and stay upright with posture. So sit up first. After you guys sit up and get that down, then we're gonna switch to the elbows, pressing your knees out. So right now, just stay tall. After a few seconds though, you can use your elbows to drive your legs out wider. Got that?
Maybe.
This foot goes around that. All right, from here, we're gonna switch into the cow face. It's a good yoga pose. So act like you're starting in that pigeon, but then you're gonna bring from the pigeon, so Amanda, go ahead and bring that left leg straight first. The pigeon is just that cross leg, right? But then you have to bring your straight leg around your knee. It's gonna be sticking to the bottom of your quad around the knee, and you just sit upright. You're gonna feel a huge stretch. So Amanda's gonna feel that in her left outside glute, that glute med, the little one on the outside. That's the one that you're gonna feel the stretch in first. So sit upright, try to stay really tall and without shifting your weight across, and just be there for a little bit. Reminder, ankle flexing is gonna protect the knee. When you relax the ankle, if you have more movement and more mobility, you might not need to do that. I know I like to keep the the ankles flexed. After a few more seconds, go ahead and switch. You can rock back, cross the opposite leg, and hook that ankle around the outside top of your knee again. Hey, this is a really good one to find out deficiencies or difference in asymmetries in your hips. If one side's way tighter than the other one, that says something. For me, I think it has to do with when we get in and out of cars. When you sit down, usually that one hip is always tighter than the other one. This is kind of a good thing to think about. Sit upright.
Cow face?
Cow face. I don't know why. Coach Danielle taught me this one. Shout out to her. It's called cow face for, I don't know why. You can ask
Trying
her.
to figure it out.
You can, I'll have her, I'll get the answer out of her one day. When you guys are done that stretch, take a deep breath, relax for a second. We're gonna do one more good one. Got it. All right, so let's go ahead and bring your feet back behind you and we're gonna shift forward into that sprinter's lunge. So you want the knee, the back knee behind your hips, shift all your weight forward. Everything's forward to start. Now Amanda's gonna go ahead and fall forward and put her hands down. You can put your right hand on whatever hand's closest to that foot, grab the foot with that hand, and then drive your knee out with the elbow. Looking good. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and shift back. You can maybe get a hamstring stretch as you shift back, but then switch to the opposite side. We're gonna go on our longest YouTube channel today. This is good. We're hitting this might be the longest one we got. Go ahead and grab your foot again when you shift forward, and then drive that knee, or drive that elbow into your knee again. I'm gonna keep stretching, you can keep going.
That's great.
Yeah, cool. Give me some thumbs up. Zoomers, you guys wanna keep going? All right. Next, we're gonna do handstands. All right, so what we're gonna do next is, Amanda's already in a good position. We're gonna stay there. You're gonna shift your weight back and sit back. This is gonna be for your hamstring. Point your toe up and kind of load and control. All right, here's a little detail. Right now, Amanda's foot's pointing straight. Great. What I want you to do now is, while you're flexing that toe, try to rotate it out and in. Find different parts of your hamstring to stretch. We have 3 of them, and they are all in different lanes.
Can you name them?
Come on. Bicep femoris, supra something. It sounds like
They're hard.
I think it sounds like a Harry Potter spell, and then I don't remember the third one. Superius, bicep femoris, and Ceterius. I'm gonna go with those 3, but I'll look them up later. Good thing Megan Roberts is in here. She'd be yelling at me for not reading my book. Switch sides when you're ready. There was a point in time where I used to know every muscle, origin, insertion point, like the back of my hand. Bone location on every, it was crazy. Point that toe back and forth, find your spot. Breathe out, rotate around. So everything we're doing right now is body weight. If we had a band, we would go into even more details with how to stretch the hamstrings and get the shins going again. But we are gonna finish with a little bit more of a shin stretch and a foot stretch. So we're gonna go back to that calf stretch we did, but now we're gonna have a really big emphasis on our toes. Do you want me to demonstrate? Are your toes good for this? Okay, so Amanda's gonna do the same thing again with the, what we did with the calf, but now we're gonna stretch out our foot. So when you guys go up, you're gonna be on the tippy part of your toes, and you're trying to spread your toes out like a hand. When you get there, you're gonna use only your toes to stretch, and you're really gonna pull the heels up away from your foot. If you have, what is that? Everyone's got the foot thing going on, and you got foot pain. If you have plantar fasciitis, that's another one. This is a good one for you. You're stretching out all the tendons and ligaments in your feet. You want to probably be barefoot for this if you can, but you're really trying to stretch out those toes as much as you guys can here. And then what we're going to do next is we're going to point, and we're going to put all the weight on the ball on the top of our foot. So we're going to go back down to this position on your knees and pointing the toes away from our body. This is the one time our ankles are flexed. From here, go ahead and lean back. Put your hands down next to your feet. Now, if you just turn your legs off, it's not gonna do much of a movement. What you wanna do now is you wanna point your toes and push your toes into the ground. When you do that little activation, that pushing the feet down, we're trying to stretch out the shins a lot more. So again, don't just turn off the feet and be there. Try to actively push the toes into the ground to flex the ankles, but obviously you can't because the way you're bent. Stay there for a little bit. You might even get a good quad stretch out of this. Shoulders too. Amanda's in a great position where it's actually going to put your shoulders in a good spot to stretch out your chest, your shoulders. You can lean back. Do everything you can. All right, as you guys finish that up, the last thing we're going to do is a pigeon. So you can stay in that spot, but then we're going to cross our foot in front and the opposite behind. So one foot in front that's crossed, the other one's hooked in behind us. And from here, you can just fall forward if you can. Take some deep breaths. And guys, it's your body, certain parts of you that are gonna be tight and sore. You can play with your spots. Shift to one way, Find out what feels like you're gonna get a good stretch out of it. And breathe out. Deep breath in, slow breath out. When you're ready to switch, just go ahead and switch to the opposite side by sitting back up and swinging the legs around. All right, that's the end of our class. Guys, have a great Thursday. See y'all tomorrow for another high intensity workout. Have a good one.